So one of the early challenges I remember from when I first started producing my own music is how do I make my vocal arrangements sound amazing and sound pristine and tight like my favorite artists and producers that I listen to, that I look up to. And I know that this is the precise struggle of many of you guys watching this, and that is why I'm making this video. I want to show you, I want to give you almost a template that you can take and use, but then obviously manipulate to fit your own song. But I think this is going to be a great starting point because I'm going to walk you through the vocal arrangement on an ambient pop song that I just finished a few weeks ago, and I think it's just really going to help you to gain an understanding of how vocal arrangements work and how you can build them from the start of the song all the way to the end. Now, just to give you a taste of what the song sounds like that we're working with today, here is that song. So now let's dive into the arrangement for this song. Now, there's one quick thing I do want to mention here before we get started though, and that is you can use this with any genre. Don't be like, well, my song is an ambient pop, so it probably isn't going to fit. It probably is going to fit. At least go try it out. Then for whatever genre your next song is, whether it's indie rock, dream pop, folk, whatever it is, go try this template and again, manipulate it, change it up to fit your own song, but use this as a starting point and I think you're gonna find it really helpful. So let's now dive into what we're working with. For verse 1 and pre-chorus 1, there's only one vocal track, so super easy, it's just the lead vocal. So here is what that sounds like.
Spotlight, show me the way, 'cause I'm losing both my headlights. All the coastlines are pulling me in, now I'm magnetized from both sides. Yeah, I'm a lost boy out of place, I walk in a blurred line. See, there's a lost girl in my sights, but why did I just think twice? Yeah.
So that's it. One lead vocal throughout the entirety of verse 1 and pre-chorus 1. Now let's move into chorus 1 where we are going to add two new elements, but you could think of these elements that they come in pairs. So the two new elements are, we have doubles and then we have octave up doubles, or what I'll call plus 12 doubles, meaning plus 12 semitones, which equals an octave. So, but again, they go in pairs. So we're panning one left and we're panning one right. And so let's start with these doubles. So we have the lead vocal. Let me just solo that.
Flickering light, my satellite. Oh, maybe.
So there are the doubles. And if we solo just those two doubles, sound like this.
Maybe she's a thorn in my side, my kryptonite, my...
Again, one pan left, one pan right. These are completely different takes, different recordings, and we're just layering them all on top of each other. You layer that in with the lead vocal, and you get lead vocal down the middle, left, right.
I don't know how to fight this, 'cause I'm usually
There's without them,
not so indecisive.
and there's with those doubles. And then finally, the other element that we're adding here are this pair of plus 12 doubles, which sound like this. Let me turn everything else off. Super beautiful, right? But they sound great in the mix, and that's the only thing that matters. Okay, so here, all of them together.
Maybe she's a thorn in my side, my kryptonite.
Again, just like we did with the regular doubles, these plus 12 doubles are panned one pan left, one pan right, completely different takes, and then we're just layering all of those in. So in context of this entire mix, here is chorus 1 with the lead vocal, those pair of vocal doubles, and then the pair of plus 12 vocal doubles as well.
Flickering light, my satellite. Oh, maybe she's a thorn in my side, my kryptonite. I don't know how to fight this, 'cause I'm usually wanting, but so indecisive. Oh, driving through under a black cloud.
Now, as you can hear there, at the very end of the chorus, everything else drops out as far as the vocal arrangement goes, and you then come back to only that one lead vocal. So that's a little small arrangement move there at the end of the chorus, just to make that part feel a bit more intimate. So that's chorus 1. Chorus 2 is just like, verse 2 is just like verse 1, and it's just the one lead vocal.
Forcing a smile while she's singing John Mayer lines. It's Friday night, the weekend is here, but I'm not exactly loving every minute. No, see, there's a lost girl in my.
Now, I'm going to stop it there because did you hear that little automation throw you could think of with that high octave effect? Now that is actually, I break the rule of use a different track in a different take, because what I did for that is I sent this lead vocal to a return track with Little Altar Boy on it. So now this isn't about the mix, so I'm not going to delve deep into this, but the main effect that this is coming from is this Little Altar Boy plugin that that vocal is being sent to. So if we come over here and we solo, this vocal, come here.
It's Friday night, the weekend is here, but I'm not exactly loving every minute. No.
And so that is the effect that this Little Altar Boy plugin is having, and we're sending that lead vocal to this return track with those effects on it, but only for particular lines, because it turns off after. Listen. See, it's not there anymore. So you could think of that as an arrangement move still, because it is a vocal sound, and it does really help lift this part of verse 2 so that it's not exactly like verse 1. Okay? And then we've got the pre-chorus 2, which is again, is just the one lead vocal. But then okay, what is new about chorus 2? Everything is the same as chorus 1. We've got the lead vocal, we've got the pair of vocal doubles, as well as the pair of plus 12 vocal doubles. The only difference is this time we're adding in a new quadruplets. I can't speak. I don't know how to say that. We're adding these 4 almost slide type vocal tracks. So they sound like this. It's kind of just a call and response thing, right? Because we're going. And they have a bunch of reverb on them, and I'm just stacking 4 different recordings, 4 takes of me saying satellite, and then putting a bunch of reverb on there, and it's a very airy quality too. And then that just helps give chorus 2 a lift in terms of the vocal arrangement as well. And then I do that in the back half again. But yeah, as far as the vocal arrangement, everything else is exactly the same as chorus 1. Now, this song then moves into like an instrumental type sound over here. And then going into the final chorus. So there are a couple things we're adding here. We retained everything from chorus 2. We've got the lead vocal, obviously. We've got those pair of vocal doubles. We've got the pair of plus 12 doubles. And then we still have these slides, these 4 tracks we just talked about. Those are here as well. But we have a couple new things that we added to make the final chorus of this song even bigger, to really get that payoff at the end. And that is simply just another pair of vocal doubles, just layering it in just to make it feel even bigger. And here we have these 2 doubles, just layered in. And then another thing I added here is this wasn't even necessarily in the original plan, but because I added these little O tracks during the instrumental, so that sounds like this. Just doing that. Just kind of in the background, just hovering, almost like a pad. Right? Now, I left it out for the first half of the final chorus, but then I bring those like O's pad sound back in. See? So that, again, we're creating lift, we're creating payoff at the very end of the song, and these O's help to do that. And then there's one more thing I'll mention here, because remember that altar boy sound, that high octave, almost chipmunky vocal layer that we added in, that we automated for verse 2, right? Let me play that again real quick so you remember for sure what I'm talking about. That, right? What I did is I left that effect on for the entirety of the final chorus. So that's why you hear that thin vocal layer at the top of the mix. It sounds really good at the end here. Listen. And then as you can hear there, even though at the ending there, it feels intimate, I still thought it sounded really good to leave in that high octave automation effect. It's got that ambient quality to it. And that's it. That is a walkthrough, that is an overview of the arrangement that I did for this ambient pop song. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to dive deeper into creating songs like this, then the best place to start is my free guide, The 7 Steps to a Killer Indie Song. If you are trying to create indie music, whether that's indie rock, indie pop, indie folk, ambient, whatever the case, you are going to love this guide because it's going to give you the framework. It's going to give you an understanding of how to take your songs from start to finish and how to build them from the ground up, starting from nothing and creating an incredible sounding song at the end. So I'll leave a link in the description if you want to check that out. And also, let me know if you want me to dive deeper into the vocal mix of this particular song. If that is of interest to you, be sure to leave a comment below and let me know. All right, thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you next time.